Hi everyone. I just wanted to share something with you, an experience that happened yesterday with me and my son Matteo. Well, it's more about my experience, I think, but I just wanted to share it with you, and so here I am. I took Matteo to a performance of the Messiah, Handel's Messiah, which we are starting a tradition. We did that last year, we also did it this year. Because recently, in the past year and a half, I've been able to take my son to live performances, and I know that's something that I longed to do because I'm very into the arts. So I was like, oh, I want to share all these artsy things with him, plays and musicals and symphonies. But in the classic music scene, it can be pretty serious sometimes, right? And so last year I took him to the Messiah, and he just did beautifully. But in case you don't know, Handel's Messiah, it's a combination of a small chamber orchestra with a choir in the background and then soloists, a bass, tenor, alto, and soprano. And they tell this story, and it's about 2.5 hours long, but it's the story from a Christian perspective of the Bible, Jesus story. So anyway, we're there, and it's pretty serious music. And so I'm like, oh, last year was great, we'll go again. So, great, Mom, I bought Matteo some M&Ms at the intermission. And Matteo admittedly has OCD, so I should have known better, but I'm like, hey, let's have a treat. So I buy him this thing of M&Ms, and he doesn't finish all of it, because he's going through a stage now where if he's going to drink a bottle of water, he chugs it and it's all got to be gone before he sets it down, or he gets really upset that he can't finish it. So we buy the M&Ms, and the dinger starts going to get back in for the second half of the performance, and he's only halfway through his bag of M&Ms. And I see everyone else walking in with their drinks to the performance hall, but the usher stops us and says you can't take food in. So I'm like, oh, uh-oh, right? Inside I'm like, uh-oh. So we step off to the side, he's chugging his M&Ms, and he's starting to panic, like I'm going to take him away or something. And I said, dude, we got to put him in the purse, and you can have him after the performance is over. He didn't like that, okay? He handled it, and we reluctantly found our seats. And I thought, okay, let me just give him the M&Ms. I dig in my purse. I'm trying to get them out into my hand so I can just hand them to him without crumpling the paper. And everyone else was still being seated, so it was okay. They had started the performance again. And he thought, I don't know, my assumption is that he thought I was going to eat them or something. And he lets out 3 good-sized screams. I mean, good, blood-curdling, you know it probably. Right? Everyone turns and looks, and I'm just focused on Matteo. And I'm like, it's okay, I'm not taking them. I was actually getting them out to give them to you in a sneaky way. So, oh my goodness, the opposite happened. And so he ate that handful, and there was still some left, and I said, got to get it under control because they're going to start their performance, so they're here for after. And he's like, first music, then M&Ms after. And I'm like, yeah, it's going to be fine. Inside, I'm going, OMG. You know, we've got soloists coming out. We've got incredibly beautiful music where you hold your breath. It's so beautiful. And I don't know what's going to happen, right? And not only that, but we're in the center section surrounded by everybody else. So had we needed to make a quick, inconspicuous exit, that would have been impossible. Note to self. So anyway, sit on the outside. Anyway, it was really good. It was a good opportunity for me to take my deep breaths. We held hands for that whole second half. When I could feel and hear that he was starting to do his self-talking, I could tell that's an anxiety build up, right? So I kind of squeeze his hand, I just send him loving energy, and myself take a deep breath, hoping that he would also join me in taking that deep breath. And it worked. And we did that for another hour and a half. Because at any moment with my son, that loop can start again about the M&Ms. I don't know when it's going to pop up. So that, that's one of the stressful parts about parenting a child with autism is sometimes we don't know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. So I'm just really happy that it was a beautiful second half to the concert. I got to be, reminded a little bit. I got to practice being calm myself because I know for a fact that with us, when my energy goes up and I'm nervous about something, that thing I'm nervous about is going to happen. The thought's there, he can feel it, it's going to happen. So I had to find a different way to process my potential anxiety that was building up in this particular situation, and I'm just so happy with the result, and I just wanted to share it, and maybe you'll find it useful, maybe not, but I hope you have a beautiful day no matter what. Thanks.